Have you ever noticed that certain meals that used to sit just fine in your stomach now seem to linger, leaving you feeling heavy, bloated, or just plain uncomfortable? Maybe you found yourself avoiding some of your favorite foods, not because you don't enjoy them anymore, but because you're afraid of how your body might react afterward. If any of that sounds familiar, let me tell you, you are not alone. A lot of people over 65 find that digestion becomes a little more unpredictable. Foods we've eaten our whole lives might suddenly cause discomfort. Our energy can dip right after meals. Even something as simple as enjoying a good cup of tea might not feel the same. And it can be frustrating. But here's the good news, just because the body changes doesn't mean we have to give up comfort or joy in what we eat. There are gentle, natural ways to help your digestion work better, so you can feel lighter, more energetic, and more in tune with your body again. As we age, the digestive system naturally slows down. Muscles in the digestive tract become a bit weaker, enzymes decrease, and the balance of healthy gut bacteria can shift. But that doesn't mean we're powerless. In fact, the tiniest shifts in our daily routines can bring enormous relief. We don't need fancy pills or complicated routines. What we need is a little awareness, and a lot of kindness toward ourselves. In today's video, I'll walk you through 6 simple ways to improve your digestion after 65. These are practical, easy to implement ideas you can start today, and they can make all the difference. We're talking about feeling more comfortable after meals, having more regularity, and even rediscovering the joy of food again. And if you enjoy topics like this, about health, emotional well-being, and living a meaningful life after 60, please do me a kind favor, give this video a like, share it with someone you care about, and don't forget to press that subscribe button. I'm on a mission to reach 1,000 subscribers, and with your support, I can keep creating more helpful content for our beautiful community. Now, let's start with the first thing, something simple but deeply powerful. It has nothing to do with what you eat, and everything to do with how you eat. Have you ever found yourself eating in front of the TV, not really tasting your food, just kind of going through the motions? Maybe the meal disappears before you even realize it, and then you feel full, but not satisfied. Slowing down while eating might sound too easy to make a difference, but oh, it does. When you eat slowly, you give your body the chance to properly signal hunger and fullness. You chew more, which helps break down food and makes it easier on your stomach. Your digestive enzymes get more time to do their job. But even more than that, eating slowly invites a moment of calm into your day. It tells your nervous system, you're safe. You're nourished. You can rest. That alone helps digestion enormously. Try this next time you sit down for a meal, take a breath before your first bite. Set your fork down between bites. Really taste the food. Notice the textures, the temperature, the flavors. Even if it's something simple like toast or soup. This isn't about being perfect or overly strict, it's just about being present. And you might be surprised how much better your stomach feels afterward. Once you've started practicing that, the next habit is just as gentle and just as impactful. Drink warm water throughout the day, especially in the morning. Our bodies are about 60% water, but many of us don't realize how dehydration affects digestion. Water helps move things along in your system. It softens stool, keeps the intestines lubricated, and even aids in producing the stomach acid and enzymes your body needs to break down food. But here's something important, not all water is equal when it comes to digestion. Cold water, especially with meals, can sometimes slow things down. It tightens the muscles in the digestive tract, making it harder for your body to work efficiently. Warm water, on the other hand, soothes the stomach. It gently encourages the body to release toxins and get things moving naturally. One of the best times to drink warm water is first thing in the morning. Before your coffee or tea, try sipping half a cup of plain warm water, just warm enough to be comforting, not hot. You can even add a slice of lemon if you like. It's a simple, comforting ritual that wakes up your digestive system and sets the tone for the rest of the day. You'll likely feel the difference within a few days: less bloating, more regular bathroom visits, and even a clearer head. Warm water is like a gentle hug for your insides. Now, once you've begun eating with more mindfulness and drinking warm water consistently, you'll be ready to try something that may surprise you. It's not about food either, but it has everything to do with your gut. Movement. That's right, gentle movement after meals can work wonders on digestion. This doesn't mean running laps or doing anything strenuous. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Just a slow walk around the house, or out in the yard for 5 or 10 minutes after eating, can help your body begin breaking down food more efficiently. When you move your body gently, you stimulate your internal organs. It helps prevent gas buildup, relieves constipation, and keeps your metabolism gently humming. It also connects you to the rhythm of your body and nature. You might even find yourself enjoying the simple beauty of your surroundings. Birds chirping, the way the light moves through the trees, the breeze on your face. And in those quiet moments, your nervous system relaxes, which directly supports digestion. If walking isn't always possible due to joint pain or balance issues, even seated movements help. You can do light stretches in a chair, rotate your ankles, lift your arms, or gently twist your torso side to side. It's not about doing a lot. It's just about sending your body a message: I'm alive. I'm here. I'm helping you do your job. Now that we've begun creating a foundation with these daily habits, let's keep going. By turning our attention to something that lives quietly inside all of us, yet plays a huge role in how we feel each day, our gut microbiome. Now, that might sound like a scientific term, but it's really just a fancy way of talking about the trillions of tiny bacteria living in your digestive system. These little guys aren't harmful; in fact, they're essential. They help break down food, absorb nutrients, and even support our immune system and mood. The problem is, as we age, our gut bacteria can become a little unbalanced. Years of medication, stress, processed foods, or even just the natural course of time can reduce the variety of helpful bacteria we have. And when that balance gets thrown off, we often feel it: bloating, irregular digestion, even fatigue or brain fog. So how do we take care of these tiny but mighty helpers? One way is through what we eat. And one of the best things you can do for your gut health is to gently reintroduce fermented foods into your meals. Fermented foods like plain yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, or even a little miso soup can bring good bacteria back into your system in a natural, food-based way. Just a spoonful here and there can begin to shift things in the right direction. And it's not about doing everything at once. Start slow. Maybe add a tablespoon of plain yogurt alongside your lunch. Or sip on a little kefir in the afternoon instead of a sweet snack. Your gut will notice the change, and often within a few days, you'll feel lighter, more regular, and even a bit more energized. If dairy doesn't agree with you, don't worry, many non-dairy options are out there now, like coconut yogurt with live cultures, or even fermented pickles. Just read the label and make sure it mentions live or active cultures. Those words are the key. Let's imagine for a moment, you're enjoying a warm meal at lunchtime. You've taken your time eating, sipped some warm water beforehand, and afterward, you take a gentle walk to the mailbox. Later that evening, instead of a heavy dessert, you enjoy a small bowl of yogurt with a drizzle of honey and cinnamon. Simple. Peaceful. And your body thanks you with calmness, comfort, and a better night's sleep. Speaking of nighttime, this brings me to something else that many people don't associate with digestion, but has a powerful impact: your stress levels. I know, you've probably heard it before: reduce your stress. And sometimes it feels like people say that as if it's just a button you can push. But stress isn't just a feeling in your mind. It shows up in your body, too, especially in your gut. When we're tense, worried, or overwhelmed, the body shifts into a fight-or-flight mode. It diverts energy away from digestion, slows everything down, and can even lead to cramping or irregularity. So the real question isn't whether stress affects digestion, but how we can create small moments of calm throughout the day to help our gut work more smoothly. You don't have to start meditating for an hour or learning yoga poses. It can be as simple as stepping outside for fresh air, taking 5 slow breaths with your hand over your heart, or listening to a song that reminds you of a peaceful time in your life. Even having a little laugh, watching a funny video, chatting with a grandchild, remembering an old joke, can shift your nervous system out of tension and back into ease. And that ease is the secret doorway to better digestion. Try this right now, if you like. Sit comfortably, close your eyes gently if you feel safe to, and breathe in slowly through your nose, then out through your mouth. Just once or twice. No pressure. Just letting your body know it's okay to relax. That one tiny pause can make a huge difference. In fact, one woman I know, a lovely 72-year-old grandmother, told me her digestion was all over the place until she started a simple habit. Every time she sat down to eat, she'd put both feet on the ground, place her hands in her lap, and take 3 slow breaths before picking up her fork. That's it. But those 3 breaths helped her body shift into a state of calm, and her meals digested more smoothly from that moment on. And here's something else that often goes unnoticed, but plays a sneaky role in how we digest: how late we eat at night. Eating too close to bedtime gives your stomach extra work to do when your body is trying to rest. It can lead to acid reflux, bloating, or restless sleep, which, in turn, makes everything feel off the next day. It's a cycle that's easy to fall into, especially if we skip meals during the day and feel hungrier later on. But here's a gentle habit that can help: try to finish your last meal at least 2 to 3 hours before lying down for the night. Give your body time to process and relax before sleep. If you do feel a little hungry later on, choose something very light and easy to digest, like a small banana, a few slices of cucumber, or a piece of toast. Nothing heavy, spicy, or greasy. This small shift can improve not only your digestion but also your sleep quality, and you'll likely wake up with a clearer mind and less heaviness in your belly. There's something so lovely about waking up feeling refreshed, isn't there? Like the body is saying, "Thank you. That's exactly what I needed." So, now that we've explored these gentle changes, chewing with presence, sipping warm water, walking with intention, nourishing our gut bacteria, easing stress, and respecting the rhythm of the evening, each one adds up. These aren't strict rules or overwhelming plans. They're invitations. Invitations to tune in, to reconnect with our bodies, and to remind ourselves that feeling good isn't just for the young, it's for the wise, too. Let's keep going. Because when we choose to make small shifts like these, we're not just improving digestion, we're telling ourselves we're still worth caring for. That this body, no matter how many years it's carried us, still deserves kindness, still deserves comfort. And speaking of comfort, let's take a moment to talk about movement, not the kind that wears you out, but the kind that helps your body feel more alive. See, one of the most underestimated ways to support digestion after 65 is gentle, daily movement. Now I know, not every day is a good day for getting up and moving around. Some days the knees ache, the back complains, and motivation just isn't there. That's okay. What matters most is consistency over intensity. Digestion depends on motion, your intestines are muscles too, and when you move, they're gently massaged and stimulated to do their job better. When we sit or lie down too much, everything slows. But when we walk, stretch, or even sway in a chair, we're giving our inner system the signal: keep flowing, keep moving. You don't need to go on long walks or do exercise routines. Even standing by a windowsill and doing light arm circles, or stretching gently before bed, helps more than you'd imagine. One man I spoke to recently said he simply made it a rule. Every time a commercial came on during the evening news, he'd stand up, take a few steps around the room, and stretch his arms up. Just a few minutes, 5 or 6 times an evening. And over time, not only did his digestion improve, his joints felt better, too. He felt more present in his own body. You might also find joy in light Tai Chi, chair yoga, or simple balance exercises. And if you're lucky enough to live near a park, a slow walk among the trees can work wonders, not just for your gut, but for your mood, too. And as we bring all of this together, there's one more habit that doesn't always get mentioned in discussions about digestion, but might be the most important of all. It's listening. Listening to your body. Because the truth is, your body is always communicating with you. Not with words, but with signals, fullness, thirst, bloating, cravings, energy levels, even emotions. And the older we get, the more subtle and wise those messages become. Maybe you've noticed how certain foods don't sit as well as they used to. Or how skipping breakfast throws your whole day off. Or maybe you've felt how comfort eating in the evening sometimes leads to discomfort during the night. These aren't annoyances, they're gentle nudges from a body that wants to feel good, that's asking for your attention. Start small. Maybe the next time you eat, pause halfway through and ask yourself, do I still feel hungry, or am I just eating out of habit? Or before reaching for a second cup of coffee or a sweet snack, pause and ask, what am I really needing right now? Energy, distraction, a moment of peace. By tuning in, you begin to guide your digestion from the inside out. And the beauty is, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. What works beautifully for someone else might not suit you, and that's not a failure. That's wisdom. Learning to trust yourself again is one of the great gifts of aging. And sometimes, the most healing thing we can do for our digestion, or any part of our health, is to simply slow down and acknowledge how far we've come. Think about it, your body has carried you through every single day of your life. Through joy, loss, hard work, heartbreak, celebration, recovery, discovery. It deserves love. It deserves care. It deserves to feel light, comfortable, and at peace. You might be surprised at how quickly your digestion can respond to even the smallest gesture of kindness. 1 week of more mindful meals. A few nights of earlier dinners. A little walk each day. A short breathing break in the afternoon. These moments don't just change how your gut works, they change how you feel about yourself. You begin to feel more connected, more calm, more capable. And that creates a ripple effect, better sleep, clearer thoughts, more stable moods. It's all connected. So as you take these ideas into your own life, know that this is not about perfection. You don't need to do everything at once. You don't need to get it right every single day. What matters is starting, continuing, and coming back to these habits with a spirit of self-respect. And if there's one message I hope you take with you today, it's this: your health is not behind you. It's still here. It's still yours. And you have every right to feel good, inside and out. I'd love to hear from you. What small change will you try this week? Maybe you'll give warm water a go in the morning, or start taking those short evening walks. Let me know in the comments. I read every one and it means so much to share this journey with you. And if you found this video helpful, please consider giving it a like, sharing it with someone you care about, and subscribing to the channel. I'm on a mission to reach 1,000 subscribers so I can continue creating this kind of meaningful, healing content for our community. You're not alone in this. You're part of something bigger. Together, we're redefining what it means to age, with joy, with choice, with grace. Here's to a lighter body, a calmer belly, and a heart full of peace. Take good care of yourself. I'll see you in the next video.